UFC 305 is this Saturday, and I am here to give you my amazing insight into all the right picks, of course, and who's going to win and how I think is going to win. Starting up, Jesus Aguilar, Stuart Nickel. I think this should be a fun first fight. I actually think this should be pretty competitive. They absolute disrespect to Stuart Nickel. Here's a picture of him, or pictures, I guess. He's a good prospect. I think he just has more ways to win than Aguilar. And I think he wins a decision, but it should be fireworks. And I'd reckon mostly a stand-up fight where Nichols just outpoints him. Maybe not outpoints him, but just is scrappier. Yeah. Then we got Song Kanon versus Ricky Glenn. Ricky Glenn has been chinned in his last couple fights. Song Kanon has good power, underrated striking. Recipe for disaster of a brutal KO on Ricky Glenn's side. So Song Kanon knockout round in the round one. Yeah. Tom Nolan, Alex Reyes. It's in Australia. They give an Australian prospect a layup fight, in my opinion. Tom Nolan should get the job done fairly, maybe not fairly quickly. It's yeah. You look at this. Yeah, I could definitely see maybe it being closer, actually, as in getting into the second round. But Tom Nolan gets to finish within the second round. Jack Jenkins, Herbert Burns. Jack Jenkins, good fighter. Herbert Burns, not good. He's average in the first round and sucks in the any rounds after. I think Jack Jenkins fighting in front of his home crowd is going to go out there, have a fairly successful first round, and then dominate the second round and get the finish. So, Jack Jenkins, second round, TKO. Casey O'Neill, Luana Santos. Casey O'Neill, they both suck at fighting, but Casey O'Neill will win by decision. Not much to say. Carter Ramos, Josh Kulabau. I have Ricardo Ramos winning by decision. Yep. I just think he has more tools in his arsenal, and will just be the better fighter. Rounding up the prelims is Junior Tafa, Walter Walker. Walter Walker lost his last fight. However, Junior Tafa sucks. But he has power to finish him. However, I think Walker knocks him out in the second round. Yeah, it should be sparks fine, but I think after that first round, Tafa slows down, Walker picks him apart and finishes him in the second. Then first fight of the main card, Li Jingliang versus Color Protez. Everyone seems to be picking Protez. I understand why. He's coming out of Fight Nerds, good prospect. However, I think Li Jingliang, for some reason, I see him catching him, dropping him, and finishing him in the first round. I could easily see Protez just picking him apart for a decision, but the Leech is going to do what he does, and he's going to knock him out like he did to Ponzinibbio. So, yeah, that's my hot take, I guess. Tai Tuivasa versus Rosenstruik. Tuivasa has power. That's about it. I don't understand how he has the number 10 next to his name. I really don't. Fun fighter, but Rosenstruik will literally just outpoint him. It's a matter of will he finish him or will Tai Tuivasa be able to survive. I think I think he'll survive, but lose the decision, maybe getting dropped once or twice. Dan Hooker, Mateus Gamrot. Tough matchup for Dan Hooker, but also a tough matchup for Gamrot. I see this being like the Jim Miller repeat matchup where Gamrot shoots a takedown, Dan Hooker times that knee to perfection and puts him away in the second round. I don't see it coming in the first. I see Gamrot taking him down in the first, maybe once or twice. Dan Hooker times it in the second round. Listen, Gamrot, we saw what he did against Turner. Arguably lost. He's just going to be shooting. He's not going to be trying to stand up with Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker is going to time that knee. I guarantee it. I guarantee that's what he's been practicing as well. That and catching him within a guillotine coming in. I guarantee you those are the two things that he's been practicing. Has to be. And I think he catches him with the knee, puts him away in the second. Kai Kara-France, Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg is basically just Kai Kara-France, but better at everything. I think he just picks Kai Kara-France apart. Does Kai Kara-France survive? I do think so. I think he's durable. He's tough. But I think he just gets his ass beat for 3 rounds. Or if it's 5 rounds, he gets his ass beat for 5 rounds. Either way, Steve Erceg wins and puts himself right back into title contention with this dominant win, I'd say, as well, over Kai Kara-France, who's coming off an injury, I believe. A long layoff, which I do think is from injury, if I'm not mistaken, which might hurt him as well. Then, lastly, main event, Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya has been putting on weight, trying to bulk up, it seems like. Because I think he knows that du Plessis is going to have a massive strength advantage on him. I don't think it will help. I think du Plessis goes after him, probably loses the first round, but in the second round, picks it up, takes him down, beats him up like he did to Whitaker, where he got on top at the end of the first round. Just kind of makes Adesanya realize that they're not even close to the same level on the ground. He goes out there in the third round, gets a takedown on Adesanya, starts ground pounding him. Adesanya, desperate to get up, gives up his neck, rear naked choke, du Plessis, winner. Third round, ends up having to fight the winner of Khamzat Whitaker in the future after that. Adesanya could win by knockout. It is possible. But I think du Plessis, like most of these other guys on here, has more ways to win. He can win on the feet. He can knock Adesanya out. Strickland beat him on the feet. Why can't du Plessis? Grappling, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not going to be even close. It's just a matter of can he get him down, because Adesanya does good at defense, but nothing on the offensive side for grappling. So I think, yeah, du Plessis makes it look fairly easy outside of the first round. Those are my picks for UFC 305 in Australia. Do you agree? What did I get wrong? Let me know in the comments.